Joining me on phone is Dr. Richard Asante-Yeboah, is the Deputy National Communications Director of the NPP. Thank you for joining us. Now, there have been concerns about the cost component of the 111 facilities that are expected to be constructed. There are some who have said, for example, the initial cost was pegged at 15 million. Now we're having the president say 16.8 million cedis. Do we know what may have gone into the variations, if you like?
Thank you very much, my brother. I think what we have spoken about right from the inception of this program and also the announcement of it, and that the president directed that the various districts and agencies also ought to collaborate to make sure that we secure the land from the various traditional leaders so that we can go ahead with this project. What the messaging has been that there's a component that would deal with the construction of the facilities themselves and also the provision of the various medical equipment and other things that the facility will need to function. So those two components put together gives you a little over 16 million, which is, I think people generally put it about $70 million. Okay. But I think that from that, from what you've seen over the years and what governments have been doing in terms of putting together such facilities across the country, this will come as one of the cheapest. And also in terms of big numbers, and I think that I am quite excited as a Ghanaian, looking at the fact that the government that comes in and says that I'm making sure that 111 hospitals are put together across the country. I tell you, my brother, there's no government on earth that has been able to look at this and where they are looking in putting together over 111 facilities across the country. That includes 2 mental hospitals and other specialized hospitals. And I think that it's an occasion that we need to celebrate. Also, urge the contractors who are going to be the Ghanaian contractors who are being given this opportunity to help build this nation, who make sure they will do fidelity to the sort of trust that has been reposed in them, and all those statutory ministries and individuals who are having a role to play in this regard. We make sure that we'll do good to the country and also do good to the president for having trusted him.
Right, Dr. Asante, without truncating your line of thoughts, I want to find out how many of the 88 for which we're told lands have been acquired for, how many of those, the construction of those, are starting immediately?
I didn't catch you.
I'm asking how many of the 88 hospitals which we are told are earmarked to begin construction, how many of them are starting immediately?
88 are starting immediately. Because 88 we are done with everything, including the land acquisition. There are no litigation over the land. There are no issues on the land. And the package that is initially needed, about 15 acres, has all been secured for this 88. The remaining, there are few issues here in terms of the land, and government is working on the clock to make sure that those relationships attached with, to make sure that that project come into fruition. So at the end of the day, as we speak today, across the country, we are having 88 facilities constructing, starting right on the way.
Finally, before I let you go, there are some who have raised concerns about the time frame for which you are expecting to put up these hospitals. Some say it's very short a time for any infrastructure masterclass to put up these structures. How do you react to some of these concerns?
I think that for us as a government, we will listen to people who want to have a view and express on say because of participatory democracy. But then the government has decided that the agency for which we put on the health sector, we need to speed up this process. Make sure that these things are done within a short period of time. Because one thing about construction and building a government project is that the more it delays, the more expensive it becomes. Because once you allow this project to stall, it means that a couple of years later, people will come back to sort of ask for reviews of the numbers because the change and price of other material would have gone up. So government will not want to happen so that we will spend double the amount that has been allocated for such a project. That is why government is saying that let's do this and deal with this at a go. So indeed, if you are looking at it as in its 111 facilities being built across, it looks extremely big, and you'll be thinking about the time and order. But if you are thinking them as individual facilities that are being put together in a particular region or district, and they are supposed to be supervised, and we have 15 or 18 months to complete it, I think that is the first time to be given, and we need to push these people and make sure that they do a good work for Mother.